That's it. Yeah, y'all see it. 2 times spicy. Alright, what's going on, family? How's everybody doing today? I'm your man CjandShereese is behind the camera.
Hey, y'all.
Just a quick little video. We found a recipe for my wife and her bariatric journey. So we're going to be making some cottage cheese Rotel dip. Pretty simple. I've looked at the recipe. I've already started browning the ground turkey, and basically what it is ground turkey. You got ground turkey meat. Cottage cheese, got Daisy, do a dollop. Some Rotel tomatoes, some taco seasoning. I'm also gonna be making some baked tortilla chips.
That is a 0 carb.
Keto.
Move the tortillas, babe, so they can see the wrapping.
Yep.
0 net carb.
Yep. Some shredded cheese. And some Pam olive oil spray for the tortilla chips that's going in the oven, which I need to turn the oven on.
You gonna make me some chips in the oven, not frying them. Staying healthy. Trying to. Tomorrow will be post-op day 31.
Turn the oven on to 400. Let that heat up. Alright, so like I said, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell to be notified whenever we drop a video. This is Slaytember. I don't know what day this is, but you will see it in the title. So if y'all don't have one of these, you're missing out. This is to break up your... Come a little closer so y'all can see how this looks. So this basically, I stole this idea from the Cannons, AJ. Basically what it do is just breaks up your ground turkey. Now, the video we watched called for, not called for, but she used ground beef, lean ground beef. We don't eat ground beef in this house. We eat ground turkey. So I'm just breaking up the ground turkey. I'm going to let that brown. Right? Let that brown. Let that brown right around town. Round around town.
Really?
Alright, so I'm making a mess.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so I'm gonna get a paper towel and I'm gonna put that here. Alright, so what I'm gonna do while that's browning is I'm going to get I'm gonna get 2 cups of cottage cheese. How much is this? I don't know. So I'm going to get 2 cups of cottage cheese. This might be all of it.
That looks so disgusting.
Yeah, that's all of it, y'all. That's the whole 2 cups. Probably be a little under 2 cups, but... Oh, no, that's good. Yeah, that's perfect. I ain't even had to pour that. I just made a dirty dish for nothing. So that's what I'm going to do. So what we got to do with this cottage cheese, y'all... Well, let me just use this. Is we got to blend this. We got to... blend this up. So I'm going to pour it into our Ninja blender. And we're going to blend this up real good. Until it looks like kind of like mayonnaise. Like that. Alright, so...
Aren't you supposed to... I thought you were supposed to mix it with the cheese and the...
No, you're supposed to blend it first and then add the taco seasoning. Alright, so I'm going to blend this. Oh, gotta try to plug it up first.
Unplug the air fryer.
Alright, we're gonna blend this up, y'all. Yep, that's what you want. That's exactly how hers look. You wanted it to look nice and smooth like that. Alright. So then I'm gonna just make sure my meat's still warm, my meat is good. Just make sure you're browning the meat the way it's supposed to be browned.
You putting your arm and everything is all in the way.
Sorry, y'all. Make sure the meat is doing what it's supposed to do. Pause. Just like that. All right. So now, what I'm going to do is add 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning to this mix. Add 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning to the mix. So I'm just gonna add some shredded cheese. Wait, well first let me add the taco seasoning. So we need 2 tablespoons.
You might need more than 2 tablespoons.
What?
Because that's cottage cheese.
You don't even know what
Look at it.
All right, so 1 and hold on. That's 2. All right, so 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning, and then we're gonna add. We got it's like under a half a thing of cheese. So we're gonna add some cheese, and I'm gonna save a little bit of this cheese just for the ending of for once it's done. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna blend that up. Let's blend that up. All right, that should be good. Yeah, now just scrape the sides a little bit. Make sure everything is incorporated. But yeah, that's how you want it to look, y'all. Just like that. That's how you want it to look. So we're gonna leave that there. And now we're gonna continue to brown this meat. Make sure this meat gets browned the way it's supposed to be browned. I know browned is not a word, but
it's your word today, baby.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brown this meat, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show y'all the rest of the steps. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, y'all. So you see the ground beef is browned, looking good. We're gonna leave the ground. I'm gonna turn this fire down just a little bit because I got to do something else at the sink. Now the recipe that we found on TikTok, the lady poured her Rotel tomatoes into the meat, but at the end of her recipe, it came out a little watery. So what we're going to do is we're going to drain these tomatoes.
Excuse the dishes, y'all.
Yeah, excuse the dishes. This is the Rotel tomatoes. It's Rotel diced tomatoes with green chilies. So I'm sure y'all are familiar with that. So we're going to drain these. I'm sure not a lot going to come out anyway, but it's just so we can prohibit the water, we don't need it to be watery at the end. Try to avoid that. We just want the tomatoes. So this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite strainer, because it only lets the liquid out. All right. So that should be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to really quickly take this and go right over to the sink. To the meat.
Yeah, I suck as a camera person. I'm sorry.
All right, you ready?
Go.
All right, and we're going to pour this in here like that. And we're going to stir that up. Get all the tomatoes incorporated with the meat like this. Right? Just like that. Yep. Because you want it to be thick like Velveeta cheese. You don't want it to be watery. So I think it's a good tip to just drain it. Well, my wife actually said we should probably drain it. So that like that. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to add our mixture. We're going to add our mixture. Let me take this out, the blades out. Just tap that like this. Make sure we get as much of it off as we can.
If you don't have a Ninja and decide to get a Ninja, please be careful with these blades. They are extremely sharp.
Yeah, I could tell y'all from experience. My wife almost killed me when I cut myself. All right, so we're gonna pour this mixture into the meat. So you want to pour right on up in there. Pour right on up in there. Try to get as much out of there as you can. Pour right on up in there.
You don't have to fling it across the kitchen.
Ain't going nowhere, did it? Y'all, she hating. Let me tell y'all something. This is supposed to be my wife's project and her cooking this. And she gonna show me the recipe talking about some how you gonna make this. Tell me how I'm gonna make it.
And just like the wonderful husband he is, no questions asked. He said, send me the video, and here we are. And I said, you want to record it? I knew I needed a video for my channel because I gave him the video for my channel, for our channel today. So
now that we got that in there, we're going to go ahead and just stir this up. Stir it up in there. Just like this.
I'm nervous.
Just stir it up. Get everything incorporated into this mixture.
Y'all see him making a mess on the side of the
Sorry, y'all. Don't worry, we clean over here. My wife don't play that. Oh my God, I'm making a mess, y'all. But it's looking good, though.
God damn, brother.
CJ!
All right. See how we getting everything incorporated in there. Look, that's look good, y'all. So we're gonna leave. I'm gonna mix it up some more, and then I'm gonna leave it and let it warm up because that that cottage cheese and stuff is hot. I mean cold. So that look good. Look just like Rotel dip, y'all. Now when what we ended up doing was tasting this. I think AJ Cannon made some one time.
AJ made it when we went to South Carolina, but I don't think his was no cottage cheese.
No, his wasn't cottage cheese. But what I'm saying is when we was eating AJ's dip, it looked just like it though. That's pretty much what Rotel dip looked like.
It was so good, y'all.
Look, y'all, don't it look good?
My brother be cooking his little butt off.
So what I'm gonna do now is I am going to just first of all I'm gonna get this food off of this stove real quick.
I was gonna get it when we cut the camera off for you to cut the chips. Or
I'm about to cut the chips right now. We can go right into that. Okay. Yeah, we can go right into that. But y'all, we're gonna clean the stove the right way. I just wanted to get that off of there. All right. So now what we're gonna do is
you missed the spot.
Now what we're gonna do is we are going to come over here. Y'all excuse our junky counter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut up these tortillas and make them into tortilla chips. So basically what you want to do is just get you a stack about that much. And what you're going to do is you're going to pretty much cut into them. So you want to hold that knife down like that and just go down just like that. Make sure you get all the way down to the bottom, and then flip them. Well, I just flip the cutting board, and then do it again. Now, usually what they do is they go this way too, like a pizza. But these are so small that you don't have to do that. This is pretty much how the chips look in the restaurant. But we're gonna bake these. So, oven is ready to go. So what we're gonna do now? We're going to go ahead and lay it out on some parchment paper. Lay it out on some parchment paper.
The pan is behind you.
Okay.
Put the parchment paper. Just put it right there.
Put it right there. I'll come back. I'm just going to put some parchment paper on the pan real quick. Turn it down to low. Add some parchment paper like this, and then I'm gonna take all of the chips. This in the sink. I want y'all to see what's going on. Y'all, we all over the place, That's how we do.
Y'all see from Sundays, our kitchen ain't that big, so.
Right. So what you're gonna do now is just want to spread out your chips. Spread out your tortillas just like this. Try to make sure that they all, got some room to do what they do. It's not a lot of them, so Just spread them out like this. Huh? Spread them out like this.
Sorry, hello. Hello.
Like this, like that.
Mommy. Yeah.
That should be good.
Nothing, we recording a video.
Alright.
Okay.
So that should be good. And now what we're going to do is we are going to spray these down. Spray these down so that they bake in the oven. So just spray them like this.
Did she say how long they bake? Do you gotta flip them?
You gotta, I gotta just watch them.
Okay.
And I think what I want to do is, no, I ain't gonna do that. That might make it that might make them soggy. I was gonna drizzle some lime juice on them, but I don't want the lime juice to like saturate them. All right, y'all. So we're gonna throw these in the oven, and they should come out nice and crispy like Chipotle chips. And also, what I'm gonna do is come around here. I'm gonna stir this dip up. Now you see the heat coming off of it, and it's sitting. After sitting for a while, you see it's not watery because we drained those tomatoes. But anybody that loves Rotel dip or knows about Rotel dip, you know that this is pretty much how it looks. Now, I know that when you cook tomatoes, they will break down because tomatoes do hold some water. But it's better than having all that juice from that can in there too. So we got this on low. I'm gonna let this go ahead and just simmer a little more. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna show y'all the finished product. All right? All right, y'all. And that's how it came out.
How come I don't see no steam coming from it?
That's how it came out. Y'all can see that that's the cottage cheese Rotel dip made from scratch. Y'all saw it. And these chips are crispy, made in the oven. And I sprinkled some pink Himalayan salt on the chips. And now,
I ain't supposed to have no salt.
I just did a little bit just for taste. And then now we're gonna see CjandShereese and see if she like it. Y'all see her with my robe on? See what she think. That's good?
Yeah, boy.
Yes. Success. Eureka.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Made that from scratch, y'all. That was, y'all seen it. Made it from scratch. And it's a quick, it took all of 30, 40 minutes. If that. That's the longest part about it is browning the meat. Everything else was pretty simple. Get you a blender and just do exactly what I did. And it'll come out just like that. Make sure you drain those Rotel tomatoes though, because you don't want it to come out looking watery.
Now, just so y'all know, because I think this is going to go on my personal page for my journey, this bowl is too big for a bariatric patient.
Right.
CJ only put this in
It's
here
just
for presentation.
Right.
And I'm only tasting out of it. I will be putting this in my cup. And I probably will be oh, I know what we're missing.
What? Oh, protein. Protein powder. Y'all show them the protein powder. Bam. Collagen protein. You know, my baby doing it the right way. She met all her goals today.
For the first time, y'all, the very first time since surgery, I met all of my goals. I took all of my vitamins and everything today. On my first day back in the office, I think being in the office is really going to help me because I'm up, I'm active, I'm not falling asleep, taking a nap or nothing.
Yep. All right, so you want to close out your video?
Make sure y'all tell somebody that you love them because tomorrow's not promised. Please don't forget about our popcorn fundraiser. You can order popcorn up until September the 27th. Every single penny that is raised will go towards our 3rd annual Thanksgiving giveaway. Don't forget our daughter will be launching her first toy drive this year. And also, keep your eyes and ears open for the YouTube Adopted Family information that will be dropping pretty soon. And check out all of the Slaytember members. And until next time, bye.
Peace, y'all.